Good day, everybody. We are in the eighth lecture on Introduction to Geogebra, and we were discussing about sequences. And today we will apply whatever we have learned about sequences to generate some interesting and beautiful patterns. Okay. So let us go to the what I plan to do is this one. In the axis, I will create some known number of points along the x-axis, say 4 points. It could be any numbers, and similarly here also I will create 4 points. Okay, that is what I am planning. Say 1, 2, 3, 4 along the x-axis, and here also these are the x coordinates. So 1 0 like that, 2 0. This is 3 0. This coordinate, and this is 4 0. Similarly, the coordinates of this point will be 0 1, 0 2. Like that, 0 3 and 0 4. Okay, these are the suppose 4 points has been created. Now what I plan to do is this. I will take one point, suppose this x-axis first point, and I will join it with the last point of the y-axis, this one. Then I will go to the second point and join the last but one point, that is this one. Then I will increase this counter to the third point and join it to the third point. I will go here, fourth point, and I will join like this. This is what I plan to do, and I will generate a interesting pattern of this kind. Okay, to begin with. So let us go to the working table, working window of GeoGebra, and we start our GeoGebra afresh. It is like this. So I want to create some point along the x-axis. So for that I will first create a slider in, and I will vary these slider values of say from slider values could be from say 1 to say 10. That means this is 10, this is 10 with an increment of 1, that is important. Okay, like this. So this is the slider created. Therefore I would like to create any number of points. For example, I want to create along x-axis 4 points. Okay, so I come to that. So n is the number of points you want to create along the x and the y axis. So how these points will be created? So I first create a list of the x axis points. So list x equal to, here you see I am giving the name. Okay, I am not leaving it to GeoGebra to give automatically the name, because I want to be a bit logical. So list text will contain these points on the x-axis. Okay, and what are those points? It will be a sequence of points. What will be the coordinate? Coordinate will be y coordinate will be 0. So it will be a collection of point of I comma 0, is not? And then comma I comma 1 comma n, the number of points you want to create with an increment of 1. Okay, so you see 4 points have been created here. Clear? Similarly, I would like to create a list of points along the y-axis. List y is equal to, here also I give the name, and I will be actually because the instructions are similar, yeah, I will copy this and duplicate input here. It is like this, and I will give a name list y is equal to sequence of, but this time the coordinates of the point should be 0 comma I, and you see these 4 points have been created. Now what is our next job? I told you I will go along the points which lie on the x-axis. I pick up the first point and I will join the last point here. Then I will go to the next point. I will join 2 with 3, and then 3 with 2, and 4 with 1. This is what I want to do. So I want to draw several line segments, is not? So another sequence I will create here, and that will be the sequence of line segments. Okay, is that clear? So I start creating that sequence of segments. Within this first bracket, what should be present? The coordinate of 2 points between which you want to draw a segment. And what are those 2 points? Any point, a particular point on the x-axis should be connected with a particular point in the y-axis. So the coordinates of those 2 points are to be supplied with. So I write the first point will be, I will pick up it from list x. So I write list x, and which element I want to take. Suppose the ith element, I want to take ith element. So it will be a particular point. I varies from 1 to 4. So any of that, comma, I have to take a point from the list y, and I write it like this, listy, and here this should be how many? N is the total number of points, so perhaps n minus 4, I'm not sure, let us see. This you increase a bit, list of, here you write it as n minus I. So segment of these 2 points, okay, then sequence, and then comma I comma n comma I comma first number, that is 1, comma last value, that is n comma 1. Suppose I do like that. Okay, it does, but not really what I wanted, because I wanted to join this with 4th point. Here is, I have to make a little correction. You can easily verify. It should be n plus 1. N plus 1 minus I. Yes, it has been done. This is what I wanted to do. Okay, so this is the thing which I wanted to do. Okay, I want to remove this. Okay, so this is the thing. So list y is that text you can remove. This text I don't need it. Okay, this is the cleaner version of this previous thing what I wanted to do. Now as you can see, if you vary the value of n number of points, you want to create different points, you will, yes, correctly it does 7 points, 7 points, and this is what it does: 1 with 7, 2 with 6, 3 with this and this. So it gives a sort of pattern. What happens is this: if n is really very large, this one outer this thing will approach to a parabola. As you can see, this curve will approach to a parabola if you make it say 10. Got the point? So you can make it 20 or 30, the highest value, whatever you like, but the idea is that a nice pattern has been created. In fact, this is done. Now what I'll be doing, I'll be creating another two sets of number along the negative x-axis and negative y-axis. Same thing I will do, creating same number of points along negative x-axis and negative y-axis. I think it will not be very much problem, so I will simply duplicate the input here. So the name of this I will give list x1, list x1, that is the negative value, is equal to, and here this I should be simply made negative so that hopefully it will work. Wherever I is there, put I. Yes, it has been done. Similarly, I can create a list of points along the negative y-axis. So I will be doing it like this: list y1. Oh no, I will just copy this y1 first. Okay, this you delete. Acha, this is nothing. Okay, here I will copy this comment here, y-axis comment, duplicate input, it will come here, and I will give a name, say list y1 is equal to this one. Once again you put minus I here. Okay, minus I, and you see the same number of points has been produced along the negative axis and also along the positive axis. Now the number has been set by n to be 6. That's all. Okay, now what I will do, the same thing, that is I will join 0 with minus 6, minus 2 with this minus 5, and so on, the same way I did here. Okay, another duplication I am doing of this positive x and y axis. These two pair made this pattern. Similarly for the negative x and y axis I will be doing the same pattern. Okay, so for that I have to have segment thing, and this thing I will duplicate input. It is like this, but this time I will take the numbers from list x1 and list y1. I'll do, and it is done. Got the point? So just I have done like that with really not a very specific purpose, just to create some interesting pattern like that. And once you have done this, you can do now you can increase this number a bit. Let us do something here. Setting, you go of the slider, make it say 20. Okay, make it 20. Just with an increment of 1. This is what I do. Then what I will be doing, I will be editing the screen. So this is the thing. You show axis, no. Show grid, no. No grid, okay. And we had done it earlier, and this is the thing, okay. So this is the setting of the x and y axis, where it will look like this. Now I would like to change the color of the, so settings you go, and background color, make it say some black, you make slightly, okay, you make it like that, okay. And not only that, also you now can make the color of this L2 and L1, where the sequences are written. These colors I will change it to like this. Sequence, settings, you go, and I will go to say advanced coloring, and there I will select HSL, and hue, the main color, you make a function of n, okay. Your largest number is 20, so let us try some functions. For example, square root of n, okay, square root of n, 20, square root 5, 20, between 4 and 5 something will come. This I will make it divide by say 5, I will make it. And saturation, the main color, hue, that is 1. Lightness, make it 0.6 or so, 0.6, and I think we are done. So formula, saturation, lightness, okay. Similarly, you do it for list 2. So I go to list 2, go to setting, and same thing I will do, okay. So advanced, here you go to advanced and then select your HSL, because dynamically color will change. Your SQRT, I did like that, hopefully n is not divided by some 5 I wrote, most probably that, and this is make it 1, and lightness is 0.6, okay. And then you come here, it will be somewhat like that, and then if you play it, it will give you a pattern like this, whose color is also dynamically changing, is it, for different number of points. Only one thing is here, to look it much better, what you can do, you can change the line thickness of list 1 L1 and L2. For example, I think something will be there. So setting, advanced style, line thickness, make it thinner, line style is this, and size of the line, has it got anything to do with it? Let us play with that, okay. So this is the line thickness for L1, I suppose I have done it. Similarly for L2 you edit a bit, settings here, and style is here, line segment around that value, line opacity is there, size also you make a bit thinner, and then let it go. It will look much better appearance. It looks like a butterfly sort of thing. But the interesting thing I want to point out, when the number of points you have taken on x and y axis very large, for example 15 above, this curve here, this whole pattern, this outer curve here, boundary of this whole thing here and there, they approaches a parabola. Okay, so this lecture you please go very carefully to see how the sequence command is interestingly it is used to generate such beautiful patterns. I will leave it to you to join these points also. So in all the 4 quadrants this pattern exists. This I leave it to you to carry on. Okay, this is fine. Today what I will do is one last thing I will just tell and stop my video here. I will just introduce with just one interesting instruction, and I clear everything here. I clear all. Want to save? No. So it is there, but only thing about the screen I will ask it to show axis, so grid. Okay, you do that. Measure grid lines. Okay, it comes like that, measure grid lines. Okay, now what I want to tell, I will just tell you about one interesting command which is called a rotate command. Okay, rotate. It is very interesting, and I love to use this command to produce some a rotate command coupled with sequence commands can create very interesting patterns. So rotate command is, as the name suggests, it is like this. You take any object, for example a point, and the coordinate of the point has been defined earlier here. Rotate point A by some angle here, by some angle that I will supply about a point, say C. It means that let us go to the working table and explain it in a much better way. So rotate command is very interesting, and we